The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Here are the top stories of the hour. President Bongbong Marcos says he approves of the plan of Senator Raffy Tulfos to look into the situation at the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, or NGCP. In a statement, the Presidential Communications Office said President Marcos agreed with Senator Tulfos' proposal to conduct a comprehensive study or hold hearings to determine the actual situation at the NGCP, and if necessary, the government will take back control of the entity. Senator Tulfo, chair of the Senate Committee on Energy, said he met with the President, where he suggested to the Chief Executive to return the operation of the country's transmission grid to the government-owned and controlled National Transmission Corporation, while maintenance will be left to the NGCP. The President said Senator Tulfo wants to examine the security aspect of the grid system's operator, particularly on the issue on who truly controls the corporation. At present, 40% of NGCP is owned by the State Grid Corporation of China. Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo is set to meet with her Canadian counterpart Melanie Joly. The DFA said the two officials are scheduled to have a bilateral meeting in the Philippines on May 19. They are expected to tackle enhanced trade and investment, as well as cooperation on energy and defense. They will also exchange views on regional and global issues, including developments in Asia-Pacific and Europe. It will be the fourth visit of a cabinet minister from Canada during the Marcos Jr. administration. The Justice Department recommends filing charges against former Bureau of Corrections Chief Gerald Bantag and Bucor ex-Superintendent Ricardo Zulueta over torture and serious physical injuries. The DOJ says it has found probable cause to file 2 counts of physical and mental torture against Bantag, while Zulueta is considered an accessory to the crime. This in line with a complaint filed by Bilibid inmates Ronald Usman and Jonathan Escopete.
There's a resolution already against Director General Bantag and Deputy Security Head Zulueta. May resolution na ang panel of prosecutors on the violation of PD 1829, obstruction of justice, and then Anti-Torture Act under the Revised Penal Code, serious physical injuries against Gerald Bantag and Ricardo Zulueta. And these were filed by 2 jail guards, Escopete and Usman, before the DOJ last January 13. And the resolution came out today. So it will be filed in court already. It will be filed in court? Yes, it will be filed in court anytime. Muntinlupa Court.
Based on the document released to the press, inmate Usman alleged he was stabbed in his right hand, which caused his middle finger to be paralyzed. Escopete, on the other hand, accused Bantag of stabbing him in his left thigh. Both incidents allegedly happened inside Bantag's office in February last year. Bantag and Zulueta have yet to comment on the charges. The Department of Information and Communications Technology warns about scammers adopting to SIM registration. The ICT Secretary Ivan Uy said scammers have reprogrammed their approach to tech scams. He explained that fake SIM registration sites are now being sent out to capture personal information online.
I already warned that once in-extend natin ito, the scammers will take that opportunity to continue and to hasten their scamming methods using their respective cell phones dahil kumbaga last chance na nila to be able to do that.
On the other hand, Uy said SIM registration would help against the proliferation of fake travel bookings.
Although karamihan na identify namin sa mga fake bookings through the web. But definitely, with SIM card registration, kung yung scams na yan are using the SIM cards in order to deceive the public, once they are registered, we will now be able to identify the perpetrators and go after the perpetrators.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on the One News. Grab Philippines says it is now working to release around 6.9 million pesos worth of pending reimbursements to customers affected by overcharging. This comes after Grab Philippines was slapped with another round of fines over its supposed failure to initiate their refunds. The Philippine Competition Commission imposed a 9 million peso fine versus Grab. For its part, Grab says it was surprised by the Commission's decision to impose fines, saying they're 100% committed to fulfill the refunds. Speaking to the big story, Grab Philippines Director for Public Affairs, Sherilis Bonifacio, says they have already released some 18 million pesos or 73% of the 25 million pesos worth of reimbursements. They say they are simply facing some challenges in releasing the remaining 6.9 million pesos.
The struggle or the challenge has been how to reimburse the 6.9 million to passengers who took Grab car rides in 2018 and 2019. So most of these passengers are actually tourists. So they went to the Philippines, downloaded the app, and from then didn't use na the app. We will publish in newspapers of general circulation and give them 60 days to finally claim their reimbursement. So if they don't claim any unclaimed amount from the 6.9 million pesos, then we turn over to the PCC via the National Treasury. So then we would have completed the 25 million fee that was ordered by PCC in 2019.
Bonifacio also told the big story that they released the refunds in the form of vouchers through their e-wallet platform GrabPay. However, they admit that some reimbursements were not able to reach some customers who do not have this e-wallet. Despite this, Bonifacio says they hope to settle the entire 25 million pesos worth of refunds by July.
The holdout is really what to do with those without wallets. But now we know, and we're ready to implement that, the publication, and hopefully we close this in 2 months' time.
Foreign investment pledges surged in the first quarter of 2023 amid President Bongbong Marcos' efforts to promote the country as an investment destination. According to preliminary data from the Philippine Statistics Authority, the value of foreign commitments approved by investment promotion agencies soared to 172.7 billion pesos, while it is slightly lower than the 173.6 billion pesos logged in the previous quarter. The latest figure is nearly 20 times higher than the 8.98 billion pesos from the first quarter of 2022. Economists say growth projections that expect the country to outperform has made the Philippines one of the most attractive investment destinations in the region. Economists also attribute higher investment pledges to structural reforms pushed by the previous and current administration. The government is set to roll out a rebranding of the country's tourism campaign. This comes after President Marcos approved a 5-year plan to promote and transform the Philippines into, quote, tourism powerhouse. Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco says that under the National Tourism Development Plan, the agency will not only promote the Philippines. She said they will also set up new infrastructure, strengthen internet connection in tourist destinations, and improve tourism governance.
Mabibigyan po ng pagkakataon yung ating mga kababayan na magkaroon ng tourism employment sa pamamagitan ng pag-develop natin ng mga tourism circuits and to continue to push for tourism across our regions and provinces.
Frasco adds
Has not yet
that the administration would unveil the country's enhanced tourism slogan in the coming weeks, which will showcase the heart and soul of the Filipinos.
has not yet come out with an enhanced tourism slogan, but we will make sure to engage in consultation with our tourism stakeholders.
Mission accomplished. Gilas Pilipinas recaptures the gold medal in the 2023 SEA Games after downing Cambodia in the finals. The Philippines led for most of the game, although the import-laden Cambodian side tried to ignite several runs to retake the lead. But Gilas made timely baskets to keep the Cambodians at bay. Final score, 80-69. Naturalized import Justin Brownlee delivered anew with 23 points to go along with 7 rebounds. This was a payback too for Gilas after losing to the hosts in the group stage. Head coach Chot Reyes says defense was key in the Philippines' gold reclamation bid.
We knew that we didn't have the offensive weapons, nor the outside shooting that we normally used to have. And so from day one, we said, if we're going to win this, we're going to win this on the defensive end.
With this, the Philippines ends the biennial meet at 5th place in the medal tally with 260 total medals, 58 of which are gold. Vietnam emerged as the winningest country with 136 gold medals out of its 355 total. It was followed by Thailand, Indonesia, and Cambodia. Right below the Philippines at 6th place is Singapore. The SEA Games will officially come to conclusion at the closing ceremonies tonight, May 17th. And that's it for this hour. I'm Diego Castro. Join us again at 2 p.m. We are One News. All sides, all the time.